please put your hands together for the writer and director of Baby Driver, Mr. Edgar Wright.
Hello everybody, tonight Tiff and I are going on a date. We're going to be watching a movie and we're going to be having dinner later tonight. This is our favorite pastime actually, our favorite kind of dates, and we thought we'd make a new segment on our channel.
So we decided to call this new segment Movies and Foodie. So I'm really looking forward to this new segment because we do this every single weekend. So Isaac spends his weekends at his dad's place, and so we kind of take advantage of that free time to have our own little dates on the weekends. And we thought like we should be making videos about this. We should be bringing you guys along to join us while we get to go see every single movie that comes out, because Casey's like, you guys know, he's like a movie fanatic. He's always constantly trying to watch the newest movies every single weekend, and he has like a specific thing. We can't just rent movies or like stream them or anything. We have to go into the theater, sit down in the theater and actually experience the movie.
Like it sucks you in, so that you can't replace that. Like home theaters just don't do it for me.
Yep, so that's the reason why we must come to the movie theaters every single weekend. And then after that, we always go try a new place to eat. And so we thought, you know what? This would be a perfect segment on our channel where we get to review the movie we just watched and get to review the restaurant that we're eating at. So we're about to go watch Baby Driver.
So what is it you do?
I'm a driver.
Oh, like a chauffeur. Anyone I'd know?
I hope not.
What is your name?
Baby.
Your name's Baby. B-A-B-Y, Baby.
Baby Driver.
We are so hype about this movie. Why?
There is one director that has this very peculiar style that I'm a really big fan of, and his name is Edgar Wright. But the best part about this screening is actually that Edgar Wright will be here to do a Q&A after the film, and I'm so excited to see him speak.
He had an accident when he was a kid. Still has a hum in the drum. Plays music to drown it out. And that's what makes him the best.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Baby Driver is an action comedy musical directed by Edgar Wright, and it's starring Ansel Elgort, Lily James, Isa Gonzalez, Jon Hamm, Jamie Foxx, Kevin Spacey. It's about a getaway driver who has a conscience and doesn't want to be in the thug life no more. He don't want to be no thug, and he was trying to get out, but he's fallen in love.
Now, I don't think I need to give you the speech about what happens when you say no, how I can break your legs and kill everyone you love, because you already know that, don't you?
Yeah.
The moment you catch feelings is the moment you catch a bullet.
And he's also got really sick driving skills, so let's watch it. What'd you think of the movie?
Oh my gosh, the movie was freaking awesome. It was so cool. I loved how the entire movie, well, a good chunk of the movie was edited to match the beats of the music. And it just like really fulfilled a lot of like that OCD-ness in me where I'm like, oh, like I just can't put it into words. It was a really cool movie, and I loved the color of it too. Like the art direction was really dope. I really loved how they just created like this whole world. It was almost like a little cartoony a bit.
Edgar Wright, if he wasn't an auteur before, he's really becoming an auteur now, because an auteur is basically a term used to describe certain directors like Quentin Tarantino, Wes Anderson. It just means that these directors have a very specific flavor, a very specific vision for their movies. The movie was phenomenal. From the trailers, I thought the way they edited the action scenes and music was really cool. I didn't realize how much of that was actually going to be in the movie, and the whole movie is like that. The whole movie is choreographed and orchestrated around the songs, and the songs played a huge role. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was heavily inspired by the music, but Baby Driver took music to a whole nother level in how they incorporated it into the film, and it was just kind of mind-blowing. Like, watching it one time does not do it justice, so when are we going to go watch it again?
Seeing as there was a diner implemented in the movie a lot, we're gonna go to a diner to go eat.
I love diner food.
Yeah, we're going to Mel's. Let's go, I'm hungry. So we're now at Mel's Diner here in Hollywood. Interesting thing though, a couple years ago, we went to the Comedy Store because Bobby Lee had invited us, JK Films, to go see him perform doing a stand-up. And so after that show, he brought us to Mel's, and so we actually had dinner with him in this diner, so it's pretty cool that we're back now. So we got some chili cheese fries, and I ordered the classic Mel burger, and you got steak and eggs.
I couldn't decide. Every time I come to a diner, I can never decide on what to eat because the menu's so huge, you know? Like, there's like so many options at a diner. I just saw it in a bracket. I just saw it like circled and highlighted in like those colors on the menu pointing towards the sirloin steaks. I was like, all right, steak it is tonight. That was my decision making.
And I loved how we both looked at the menu. We're like, chili cheese fries. We're like, yeah.
How's the burger?
It's good. It's like your typical classic burger, but I did ask for medium rare. It's like medium.
Not bad, Mel. It's not bad. What do you think of the music in the movie?
Oh, it's good. I need to get that soundtrack.
Every time we watch a movie that has a really awesome soundtrack, we always go to Spotify. Like La La Land, when we watch that, we listen to La La Land for like a good month.
Isaac's still listening to that soundtrack every time he takes a shower.
I actually don't even know half the songs that were in that soundtrack. Edgar Wright's kind of like the new Tarantino. You know how Tarantino in all his movies, he features a lot of music, like very classic music, but at the same time he's able to find songs that are classic that most people haven't really heard of. Like he finds a non-mainstream
like the underground old school songs.
Yeah, and Edgar Wright did exactly the same thing with this. Like he found a lot of the music I've never actually heard of.
Who did Guardians?
James Gunn. Well, he mentioned James Gunn in the Q&A. He's like good friends with James Gunn, who directs the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was saying that through DMs they were messaging back and forth about the kind of music they were using in their films, so that they wouldn't duplicate it and they wouldn't, have the same music. And so it was funny because he was saying like, do you have
any Barry White in your movie? And he said no. And he said, do you have any Fleetwood Mac in your movie? And I said no. And he said, and it just went on like that. So we sort of established. I mean, that's the thing. We're so cagey about it. Neither of us would say the songs. So there'd be that thing, like, sort of, it's like, literally, like, I sort of thinking, like, Hocus Pocus would make a great song for an action movie. Never tell anybody about it.
It's like an artist's, like, mentality.
They didn't want to give too much away about each other's movies. It was pretty funny.
Something else I thought was interesting about the movie was the quality of the stunts. You know, a movie that features a lot of driving is Fast and Furious. After watching Fast and Furious, I never go home thinking, man, those car scenes are amazing. I think it's because Fast and Furious is so CG driven now, and a lot of the stunt work isn't realistic anymore.
What I notice a lot in a lot of action movies is that they really want to make you feel like you're there. It gets you so dizzy because the camera keeps shaking. And I know they're doing it on purpose because they want to show you the action through the camera work, but in this movie, I didn't see that a lot. They actually just let the scene play it through and then you can feel the action through that.
It's a lot of wide shots, which a lot of action movies don't do anymore.
Yeah.
But for all its glory in the technical world, one thing about the movie I didn't really like was the writing. Because I thought the writing was a little
bit cheesy.
It's very cliche. It's like the storyline that we've all seen before. It reminds me of Drive, really. A guy that doesn't talk a whole lot. Because Baby in this movie, he doesn't talk a whole lot. So it reminded me of Ryan Gosling's performance in Drive. And then he happens to be a getaway driver. So it's almost the same thing. It's something we've all seen before. But I think that's the beauty of Edgar Wright stuff. Because if you look at all of Edgar Wright's movies, he basically does parodies, but a parody that's been done very sophisticated. There's room for parody and room for comedy, but at the same time he leaves a lot of room for drama and stuff. And I think that's the genius of Edgar Wright, where he makes sophisticated parodies.
Look at Shaun of the Dead. Like, it was literally parodying every single zombie movie out there. It wasn't so slapsticky where it was like Scary Movie or something like that.
It's not Scary Movie. Shaun of the Dead is like miles beyond Scary Movie. I think there's moments in Shaun of the Dead where you take these characters seriously for a split second, where things really go bad for the characters, and you kind of have to like feel what they're feeling, whereas in Scary Movie, when things go bad for the characters, you're still laughing at them.
Yeah.
So I think that's the huge difference between an Edgar Wright style
Speaking of laughing,
I know.
It wasn't until the iPod came out then people could start soundtracking their life, where you could really kind of start trying to plan out your moods by what you were listening to, or actually sort of making endless playlists and stuff.
In the Q&A, Edgar Wright was saying that when he first came up with this idea, it was like 22 years ago, he had the idea of the fact that people can set their own soundtrack to their lives. And so back then there was no iPod or anything like that. It was cassette players and stuff like that. Once the iPod actually came out in 2001, that's when he was like, oh, this falls in perfectly with my idea of this movie of having somebody have like an entire soundtrack to their lives.
And we've all been there. We've all played music and then while the music's playing, especially when I'm driving too. Sometimes I like to listen to some Batman music from Hans Zimmer. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You just gotta.
How
like,
geeky. Just kidding. That's very manly of you.
But it sets the tone. It's like, do I really need to get there fast right now? Yes, I think I do.
You set
Hans
a
Zimmer it
soundtrack?
is. Yeah, why
funny.
not? I think it's dope. 'Cause
I'm telling you, dude, you do live in a movie because that's such a movie thing to do.
It is, it is. Do you have a soundtrack?
I don't know if I have a soundtrack, but I guess I do play songs based on my mood. I like to listen to a lot of like chill kind of music, especially when I'm driving because traffic in LA is really stressful, so I try not to play like stressful kind of music, Portishead or things like that.
Yeah, you do. You listen to a lot of Portishead.
Or like The Cure, the album, The Disintegration, that's like probably the soundtrack of my life.
What would you rate the film?
I would give it a 4.5 stars. The only reason why they don't get the other half is because of the writing. Like the writing really did, I was just like, come on. It was a little too cheesy.
I would give it a 5, only because I'm biased and I really like Edgar Wright. Definitely recommend to see this. Definitely in the theaters because you want to be locked into the theater, be zoned in, no distractions. Hopefully you have a good crowd and there's no one on their cell phones or whatever.
Or like loud or shaking the chair.
That's what you went through.
Oh, I know. I was sitting next to this couple where they were just like really loud. They were talking a lot in the movie and she kept shaking her chair, so I was right next to her, so I'm just like so I'm like, I can't enjoy this movie fully. So yeah, make sure no annoying people are near you. Yeah, you guys should definitely check out this movie. If you're ever in LA, come check out Mel's Diner. But yeah, just let us know what you guys think of this new segment, Movies and Foodies. And let us know what movie we should watch next and where we should go eat next. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
What are you rocking tonight? Okay,
Just kidding. Forever 21, Topshop, Nordstrom. This is
Nice.
my outfit tonight.
Looking hot, looking
What about
sexy.
you?
How do you know where you got the things from? You actually remember those things?
Yeah.
Top man. Don't know where these pants are from. Don't know where
H&M, I think?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know anything. The moment I buy it, I forget the price. I forget where it's from.
Oh, you're such a guy.
I am very, very much so.
But yeah, I know you guys are always asking me where I buy my stuff, so that's why I thought in this video I might as well let you know where I bought everything.